What's going on, everyone? Moose here, Airguns of Michigan, and today we are out at the 50-yard range with the NRL22 Maverick. And this is I'm kind of so I watched a few videos from Matt Dubber, and it kind of piqued some interest in my mind. And I was like, all right, so you know, my gun was shooting pretty good, at low reg pressure, and I thought, all right, I'm gonna give this high reg pressure thing a try and see where it lands me. So I went through, I watched Ernest's video on the high power on the Maverick and how to tune it. So I went ahead and chronographed the gun at at hammer wheel setting 7, got it maxed out. We're shooting about 1,048, at least as maxed out as I wanted it to be. And we're gonna go through and we're gonna shoot some groups at 50 yards to see on these different hammer wheel settings what group produces the best velocities. Then I'm gonna take the gun back home and I'm going to retune the gun for hammer spring setting number 7 to that closer velocity, probably a little bit higher. So let's just say, let me kind of walk us down. So today we're out and we're going to shoot hammer 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3. By the time we get to 2 and 1, it's going to be shooting really low, like really slow. I might not even end up at 3. I don't know yet. But let's just say that the magical group is 950. And you know, we're using the Zahn projectiles, the 25.5 grains, 218. Let's just say, like I said, it's 950. And I'm throwing a hypothetical number out there. We're going to take the gun back home. We're going to retune that gun to, let's say, 970 on hammer spring 7, right? Then I'm going to turn around and I'm going to readjust everything. Then we're going to start doing our fine tuning, and we're going to see if we can walk this gun. It's going to probably take me most of the week to get this done. I do have a great new setup at home, which I'm going to be talking to you guys about as far as for tuning and shooting into the, into a safe place for the chronograph. So like I said, that's kind of the game plan. So let's go ahead, and I don't have the side shot. I didn't think that it was that important, but let's see here. I'm going to show you guys I am shooting down range at 50 yards. And then once I get done shooting these groups, we'll walk down and I'll show you guys what I'm doing. So stand by, we'll be right back.
Eventually.
All right, and we're back. So I went ahead and I went down and grabbed my target, and I just want to show you guys. I'm hoping that you guys can see this. I'll take a picture of this and post it as well, but here is 1,040 feet per second. Hammer 7. This is hammer 6, pretty much all right within the red. This is hammer 5, pretty close, but I think this is a better group. We did have a couple of stackers here, but that's still, I think, a better group. This was hammer 4. You see we had a little bit of dropping, but still close. This was hammer 3. We had some droppings as well, but right here at hammer 4, we had a couple that went right through the same holes, or one that went through the same hole, yeah, looks like maybe. But so we got some work to do. So we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna take us home. We're gonna scrap the whole idea of 1,040. Just a little too quick. 1,045 is a little too quick. But dropping down into here, man, we had some really, really accurate and consistent groups. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill the gun back up. I'm gonna set it back to hammer spring number 6, and I'm gonna shoot a couple of 5-shot groups with 6, a couple with 5, and a couple with 4 down here on our Splatterburst target, and just see which one is really going to prevail, so that when we get home we can test that velocity and know where we're going to keep this gun. I have a feeling it's going to be between 950 and 980, but we're going to find out. So we'll talk to you guys once we get back to the house. We'll figure out which one of these velocities does the best, and we'll wrap this video up. So stay tuned.
Later.
All right, here we are. We are back, and went ahead and put the gun across the chronograph on hammer setting number 6, which is where our best group was, and shot a 36 round tester, and found that the average was right around 1,005 feet per second. Seems to really do quite well. Now, here are the next steps. So I'm going to now tune the gun to about 1,000 and, well, about 1,005. And we're going to try for both efficiency as well as you know, obviously good power. And then we're going to take this thing out to, and also I'm going to try to get this to happen right around hammer spring. Well, I'm probably going to run 7. I'm probably going to max it out at 7. Then we're going to take this thing out and we're going to shoot it at 100 yards. We're going to shoot it at 50 again, then 100, just to see how she does. If she struggles a little bit at 100, then, well, then we'll work on it. But yeah, you know, she's shooting good, and you know, and those seem to be, you know, the best groups that you guys saw in the previous video there. So, you know, this is what's involved. I mean, you know, it's getting to know your gun, and, you know, figuring out too, you know, the different pressures, right? Because you can achieve same velocities and energies at 2 different spectrums in your regulator. You can achieve that at low reg or at high reg. Just depends. So, you know, there's some tuning that can take place, and, you know, like I said, we're gonna check it out. We're gonna continue to kind of fiddle with it. I did write down all my numbers from where I had it from before. I have all these numbers recorded as well. So, you know, this is easy to go back to where we were, or, you know, somewhere in between as well. So, you know, I just wanted to share with you guys my journey with this, and you know, this and that. But we are going to be talking about this particular target right here. This is my whole targets. This is for my indoor tuning and winter plinking. This is 1/2-inch steel plate in the back of the target, and the whole, you know, basically the whole part that matters. And the inside, I've got clay lining the bottom, and then I've got this Home Depot foam over the front, just to you know, keep it from, you know, any kind of, you know, lead coming out. But yeah, we're going to be talking about this because those things are for sale through wholetargets.com. You can actually reach out to George right now. He has them in, I believe, 1/4-inch. I can't remember. 1/4-inch and 1/2-inch. I went with the 1/2-inch just because of how close I'm going to be shooting some of my, you know, 25, even 30 caliber guns. I wanted to make sure there was no way it was going to go through the back of that. And this steel is hardcore. I've shot the 30 up against it at about this range, and holds up real well. So, but anyway, we're gonna get back to this thing, get it tuned, get it where it needs to be. Then we're gonna take it back out to the range, and we'll do a follow-up video And there's gonna be lots of videos, so hang in there. We'll get to the end sooner or later. Till next time, I'm Moose. This is Airguns of Michigan. Be good to each other, and God bless.